People pick up on desperation, they smell it, they sense it. And if they whiff that during the interview process, you're done. In this market, I don't care how talented you are, I don't care what experience you have. If you do not impress during the interview process, you are not going to get an offer that you're happy with. Let me introduce myself and why I'm qualified to talk about this particular subject. Hi, my name is Jordan Gaspari. I've spent the last 12 years as a top performer in agency recruiting. The first 6, I was a top performer for Randstad, the second largest human capital firm in the entire world. And then back in 2018, I resigned to start my own firm, Exclusive Inc., and we place primarily within IT and accounting and finance. So without further ado, here are the 5 steps to interviewing like a god.
Oh my God.
Man, these better be good, huh? Number 1, you have got to get yourself in the right headspace. Man, throughout my career, I've seen some of the most esteemed, talented professionals just have an overall lack of confidence about what they bring to the table, and they make it so much harder on themselves because of it. I don't care what you have to do to get yourself in the right headspace, whether you use positive affirmations, whether you meditate, whether you pet your dog. I'm not an expert on that. I'm an expert on interviewing. All I know is that you need to be aware of doing whatever you need to do to get yourself in the right mindset, because if you're not, the rest of these steps are largely irrelevant. Number 2, and I say this as a very long-winded rambler, you have to be concise. During interviews, a lot of times less is more. You'll probably have a good idea of what you're going to be talking about, areas of your background to highlight. Practice summarizing those pieces in detail in as few words as possible. Number 3, you have to master the line between vulnerability and too much information. Companies make decisions on people, not on resumes. So a huge part of the interview process is them getting to know you as a person. So if you go in and you don't share anything personal about yourself, if they leave the interview feeling like they don't really know you, you're not going to get the job. So I would have it queued up in your head. These are things that I think are relevant to telling my story as a person and as a professional, and make sure you're doing that tactfully and not like spilling your guts. This is an interview, not a therapy session. Number 4, you have to master the balance between interest and indifference. In my experience, hiring managers want to hire people who want the job, not people who desperately need the job. I don't care what position you're in, and if you're out of money and you're about to be evicted, don't say that during the interview. It's not going to help your case. Articulate the specific things about that company, that executive team, that role that make you interested, but always maintain a certain level of indifference that, hey, you really hope this works out. You hope that they're a good fit for what you're looking to do in the future and the career you're building. But if not, you're going to be okay. You have to genuinely feel that. And number 5, be loose. Don't take yourself so seriously. Just chill. I know it's an interview. I know it might be a job that you really want or you really need. Just like people tend to buy from people who remind them of their friends, people also tend to hire people who remind them of their friends. So don't walk in like a stiff that's overly formal and won't laugh and won't tell a joke and Anyways, master those 5 things and you will interview like a god. I made this having a level of respect for the interview knowledge that most of you already bring to the table. So I didn't go over the most basic things like hygiene and dress well. I'm assuming you all know those basics, but if not, shoot me a note in the comments and I can answer any other questions that you have. JG out. I'll catch you in the next one.